Welcome to AmA Media. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. Thank you and much love.
So sit back, relax, kick your feet up, and most of all enjoy. Much love.
Unkalunkalu, Bantu/Zulu, the supreme god and creator of all things. Unkalunkalu grew upon a reed in the mythical swamp Olanga, and fell to earth when he became too heavy. He broke off the people, cattle, and other animals from the reeds, and they followed him out of the reeds. He named the animals and taught humans how to hunt, make fire, and cultivate grain. He controls the lighting. Unkalunkalu is responsible for the origin of death. Veiled message. It is said he, Unkalunkalu, sent a chameleon. He said to it, "Go, chameleon, Lunwaba, go and say, let not men die." The chameleon set out. It went slowly, it loitered in the way, and as it went it ate of the fruit of a bush, which is called a buquazane. At length Unkalunkalu sent a lizard, the blue-headed gecko, after the chameleon, when it had already set out for some time. The lizard went, it ran and made great haste, for Unkalunkalu had said, "Lizard, when you have arrived, say, let men die." So, the lizard went, and said, "I tell you, it is said, let men die." The lizard came back again to Unkalunkalu before the chameleon had reached his destination. The chameleon, which was sent first, which was sent and told to go and say, "Let not men die." At length it arrived and shouted, saying, "It is said, let not men die." But men answered, "Oh, we have accepted the word of the lizard, it has told us the word, it is said, let men die. We cannot hear your word, through the word of the lizard men will die." Ndali, Bantu/Kosa, the supreme god and creator of humanity. Over time, he was called by other names, Kamatha and Thixo, probably when the Kosa migrated into the lands of the Khoikhoi and San, and the myths of these people merged. Ndali emerged from a cave in the east, called Dalawi equals creator. In another version, humans and animals also emerged from this cave, now called Olanga. Ndali created the first humans by splitting a reed, out of which a man and two women emerged. Ndali is responsible for the origin of death. Veiled message. It is said he, Ndali, sent a chameleon to humans with the message that they would live forever. After the chameleon left, however, Ndali had a second thoughts. He sent a salamander to overtake the chameleon and give humans the message that they would die. The salamander arrived first. Hlakanyana, Bantu/Zulu, plus Kosa, trickster. He is a child with powers. Hlakanyana spoke before he was born. In fact, he repeatedly stated his impatience about waiting to enter the world. The following story tells of his early life. All the women of one village had. Similar myths might be found in other populations and in different areas, but, for our purpose, we selected those related to our scope, children except for the chief's wife. One day, while the men were slaughtering oxen, the chief's wife heard a voice telling her, "Bear me, mother." The voice kept repeating this until the woman gave birth to Hlakanyana, who was a tiny infant with the face of an old man. He at once went to the cattle kraal, or pen, and began to eat a strip of roasting meat. Everyone was amazed by him. When the butchering was finished, Hlakanyana offered to carry all the men's shares of the meat to their huts for them. Instead of doing that, he smeared some blood on the mat in each hut and brought all the meat to his mother's hut. When the men arrived at their huts, they asked Hlakanyana where the meat was. He pointed to the bloody mats and said that he had put the meat there, but the dogs must have eaten it. The men beat their wives and children because they had not guarded the meat from the dogs. The further adventures of Hlakanyana are primarily involved with his obtaining food through trickery. In one story, he wanted an ox head that was being cooked. He drove the village's cattle into the forest and tied them by their tails to trees. Then he cut himself with a stone so that he was covered with blood. He showed himself to the villagers and told them that enemies had stolen all the cattle. He claimed that the enemies had wounded him when he tried to stop them. The men grabbed their spears and ran off in pursuit of the cattle. While they were gone, Hlakanyana ate all the meat in the pot and filled it with dung. Hlakanyana's last bit of trickery cost him his life. While out walking, he met a tortoise, which he thought would make a good meal. He asked the tortoise if it was tired and offered to carry it. The tortoise refused the offer, but Hlakanyana picked it up anyway and put it on his back. When he returned home, he told his mother to take the tortoise off his back. However, the tortoise held on so tightly she was unable to remove it. Hlakanyana's mother tried to get the tortoise off by pouring hot oil onto it. The tortoise released its grip so quickly that the oil fell on Hlakanyana. He was burned badly and died as a result. As for Huvian, his name is a diminutive of Huv, or Hove, a name given in some accounts to his father. Some of the Bushman tribes have a divinity Hu, or Uva, who created and preserves all wild things, and to whom they pray to give them food.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you come back soon. So till the next time, much love.